Oh, the Super Monkeys. Today this is going to be system test number 3. It's been like a couple of days ago. I think the last system test I found was like since Tuesday. It was on Tuesday, February 12th, which I made 2 system tests in one day. Now I'm making another system test video. This time it's in Roblox Fire Lite Edition. A huge change to my fire alarm system, except for the smoke detectors. None of my smoke detectors have changed, except for a whole bunch of pull stations and notification appliances, and the fire alarm dialers, and the panel, and the annunciators, and everything has been changed. First change, I have a new fire alarm control panel. I have a Fire Lite MS-10UD fire alarm control panel. It's got 10 zones, 7 knacks, which what's different about this panel is that it's different from the Annunciator because it does a pulse piezo. You might notice the weird thing is that that this piezo in this fire control panel will sometimes get stuck on steady. Will get stuck on if I reset the panel, because that's the big glitch that it could happen. But when after I reset it, the trouble light comes on for some reason, because that's how why is it programmed that way? Well, there are no troubles in there, meaning that system is normal. That why would the trouble light come on? That's because someone just programmed it incorrectly, because the trouble light is not supposed to come on while it says system all normal, because everything is hooked up to the fire alarm control panel, including the pull station zones and knacks, fire alarm knacks and everything, and the detector zones and everything. But what's glitching is the piezo being stuck on steady while it's resetting, and it goes back to normal. It still stays steady for some reason, because I had to press reset 2 times in order to fix that problem, which should help out a bit. So that's that. And a new fire alarm dialer. A Honeywell fire alarm dialer. A Honeywell fire alarm dialer is mostly different from the simplex fire alarm dialer. We used to have a simplex fire alarm dialer since the last system test. Now it's rebranded by Honeywell. Now it's a Honeywell fire alarm dialer. It should always be in the disconnect position, because when you're doing a fire alarm test and everything, whenever you do a fire alarm test, make sure it points onto the disconnect position. That way the fire department will not show up. So that way the fire alarm department would not get called, just by having it disconnecting the fire alarm dialer before you test the fire alarm and everything. Now let's go over the devices. For the devices here, for the pull station devices here, we have a Fire Lite BG12L, even though L is a key lock reset, because, however, there's not an LED inside there. That's why we call it a BG12L. It's not an LX. It is. This model is not an LX, because an LX is when you have an LED inside, an adjustable module inside that Fire Lite BG12 pull stations. That way the LED would communicate to the Fire Lite panel, just communicating to the panel. It could communicate to any panels. But now, oh, I also forgot to mention we got Fire Lite BG12L pull stations everywhere, including the attic and the garage and the master bedrooms and everywhere, in hallways and living rooms and kitchens. Well, the pull station is right next to the kitchen and in the living room. So, for the notification appliance, we have a system sensor Spectro P1224MC horn strobe. This is a multi-candela horn strobe. I believe this is a 1575 candela strobe, actually. This strobe is set to 1575 candela. If you look at the strobe if you're looking at it on the bottom, it is 15 candela. If you look at directly, it is 75 candela. For the smoke detectors, I have the same smoke detector, system sensor i3, 4-wire smoke detectors. They're all connected into the same zone to each other. But you can only activate one system sensor i3 smoke detector in each of the areas. The basement hallways or the basement electrical room. Anywhere else. Well, there is no firearm notification appliance in this basement bathrooms, including the main area bathroom right upstairs. I have a system sensor Spectro P2475 horn strobe, which is a 75 candela strobe, and this is a system sensor Spectro P24-110 horn strobe, meaning this strobe is set to 110 candela. And this one is a system sensor Spectro P24-15 horn strobe. This strobe is a 15 candela. And of course the BG12L in the basement. Now the upstairs. Let's go in here first. Got a same Spectro P24-75 horn strobes. Is everywhere in the bedrooms, and including this book room here or something like that. Whatever you want to call that. This is a Spectro P24-15 horn strobe. They're about everywhere in the hallway, including the BG12L, as usual. What I got here is a Fire Lite AN80 Annunciator. I have two of them. There's two Annunciators that are hooked up to the Fire Lite MS-10UD. We have this one in the main entrance and one in the garage, which I will show you. Yep, Fire Lite AN80 Annunciator. This is there's two Annunciators that hooked up to the Fire Lite MS-10UD. We have a system sensor i3 smoke detector in the garage. And a Spectro P24-110 horn strobe in the garage. This strobe is 110 candela. This is a Fire Lite BG12L in the garage. Same thing in the TV room. This one is also 15 candela. There's a TV room bathroom inside here. There's like three or four or five bathrooms. Just about everywhere now. This is always at the 15. Living room is set to 15 candela. System sensor i3 smoke in the living room. and one in the kitchen, and a piece of Coke Pepsi. Or no, not Pepsi, it's Coca-Cola soda can, and the living room table. Who actually put it there and don't want to put it in the recycle bin? Now, upstairs, got a BG12L again as usual. Spectral as usual. And we also have a spectral in the bedroom, which is one instead of 75 candela. This is another spectral at P1224 MC Hornstrobe, which is 1575 candela. And the BG12L in here, in the master bedroom. It also has a bathroom. That's pretty ridiculous. And look at this one. See? Nothing. I think it might have been a storage or a closet or something. We don't know about that for sure. Next bedroom is another spectral, which is also set for 75 candela. And there's another bathroom. There's 3 bathrooms. There's a bathtub here, a sink, and the toilet here. There's a lot of bathrooms. And look at this bedroom. Look at this. It's pretty much a little bigger. Pretty much a little bigger than usual. With a spectral Hornstrobe, which is 75 candela here. Now we got one in the attic. To the attic, got a Fire Lite BG12L pulsation in the attic. System sensor I3 smoke detector in the attic, and a spectral Hornstrobe in the attic too. We now have a fire alarm in the attic. We got a fire alarm in the attic, which is kind of a bit weird for that fire alarm to be placed in the attic. I know it looks very weird to be hooked up in the attic, because it's very, 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 very hot in the attic. It's a lot of heat. Because that's the only way they can place it here. Place that spectral over here. And this one is 110 candela. I'll go up to different knacks, but let's go downstairs. We're gonna test the fire alarm here. We got a system sensor I3 smoke detector. Before we do that test, system sensor I3 smoke detector in the dining room. Spectral in the hallway, we already mentioned that. This is 15 candela. So, let's start setting off the fire alarm in the basement today. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, see, when I acknowledge it, the piezo stays steady. Goodness gracious, that was loud. So I'm gonna reset that 2 times. It should. Watch how the trouble light stays on. There's a reason for that. See? It's a very weird glitch for that. Okay, let's do one in the electrical room. Here, we'll reset this. And I'll reset 2 times again. Now we did the basement area and the electrical room. Okay, we did the pole station in the basement and the electrical room. Basement. Okay. I just want to keep the panel coding in code 3. So for these pole stations, I will be using the Annunciator for this. Let's do the pole station in the living room. This is the easy way to reset the pole station. I want to do alarm verification and re-alarm. Okay, we got backdoor pole station. That's an alarm That's this alarm verification. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to warn you guys that this video contains flashing strobes. So if you have any epilepsy or seizures, I would suggest you not watch it. Alright. Let's go ahead and re-alarm. I'll show you the easiest way to reset the pole when I silence it. Okay, we got back door and main entrance. Watch how I reset this pole. Watch how the pole resets very easily. Watch this. Excuse me. Watch this. See? This is the easiest way to reset this pole. With that reset key like this. Now it's reset. No, excuse me. I apologize for the coughing. So, what's next? Okay. Let's test the pole station in a TV room. Reset. Alright. Now let's go out to the garage. And test this BG12L in the garage. Okay. 3, 2, 1. going to use this annunciator in the garage. This pulse station is right next to it. I'm going to reset the system. Okay. Now let's do the BG12 in the upstairs hallway. Is it going on? Oh, I was too quick. Here we go. Try again. We have upstairs exit pulse station. Okay. Okay. Now let's do the attic. We're going to do this pulse station in the attic. Oh, too quick again. There it is. Excuse me. Yeah. One thing about this Fire Lite MS-10UD Annunciator, it does a continuous piezo, differently from the Fire Lite MS-10UD fire alarm control panel. Does a pulse piezo. That's the difference between the annunciator and the fire alarm control panel. Fire alarm control panel does a pulse piezo, and this annunciator does a continuous piezo when it goes in the alarm. Did I reset that? Yeah, I did. Now let's head up to the master bedroom. It's right over here. Three, two, one. I just feel like using the annunciator. Look, see, it does not have a key lock in there. That's a strange annunciator, though. We have it, and it also does not have a key thing in the garage for the annunciator to have it. That's a very strange thing for that. Alright. Let's change that panel coding to slow march time. Oh, and that panel is glitching. Now I'm gonna have to reset that. I gotta reset this system. I'm gonna change the panel coding to slow march time. Go to programming menu. There's code 3 slow march time and continuous, not march time and sync, because those two don't work. because the 2 button and the 3 button did not work when I was programming it. You know, let's go to the garage and test that system sensor i3 smoke detectors. Alright, let's use that. Alright, it's on. Oh! That was louder in slow march time. Very loud in slow march time. Oh my goodness, that glitch again. I probably might have to keep on hitting system reset like too many times because of that glitch it was happening. Now I'm going to use a drill switch when I coded this panel, signal coding to continuous, and then it'll be it. One last test. Continuous. I'm going to use a drill switch. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be loud. Oh my. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's very loud. I expect it's pretty loud. Now let's head over to the attic. What's in the garage? Let's check in the garage. Wow! Oh my god! That's extremely loud! Oh my god! That's extremely loud! Oh my... Oh, reset again? God, Jesus! That was the craziest spectral alert. That's the craziest spectral alert ever. Man, that is very loud. That was very loud. Goodness gracious. I think it rapes your ears. It kind of rapes your ears like that. When it's on continuous, it always rapes your ears. Man. So, hope you guys enjoyed listening to this video. Thank you for watching.